Hey, welcome back to The Last Outlaws. My name is Zack, and thank you for joining me for today's video, taking a look at a very delicate subject and one that has caused quite a bit of controversy in the mainstream media and in the independent news media. And of course, we are talking about Joe Biden and this so-called cognitive decline, whatever you want to call it, has been drawing some eyes and raising some eyebrows as of late. So what does this really mean? How do we address this issue? So first of all, if we want to take a look at who is best suited to defeat Donald Trump, I think we need to consider a few things. How is Joe Biden as a public speaker? How is he as a debater? And how is Joe Biden going to go about defeating Donald Trump? And what would a possible debate between the two of them look like? Well, I must say I'm a little worried about a potential Joe Biden, Donald Trump election. I'm not certain, I'm not sure that Joe Biden has the ability not only to defeat Donald Trump, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but to even give a cohesive and good speech at the Democratic convention. We've seen him stumble even with a teleprompter and make these massive gaffes even during the course of a 7-minute speech in his most recent rally in Missouri. He had a number of gaffes just in this 7-minute speech. So, of course, this is a concern to me and to other people, and this is why this subject has been getting a lot of press on Twitter and on YouTube and on Facebook and places like this. Something that is a concern to me and something that people on Twitter have pointed out is that, yes, YouTube and Google are suppressing these results in order to protect Joe Biden. So when somebody looks this stuff up, you look it up on YouTube right now, you're not going to find a single video talking about this, which is definitely a concern. Definitely a concern that Google and YouTube have so much power over the self-education of our electorate, and that's a major problem, and one that we've seen a lot over the course of this campaign and the 2016 campaign with both Trump, Hillary, and Bernie Sanders. On both sides, we saw a great deal of misinformation on both sides. Companies like YouTube and Google, who have a great deal of power within the landscape of information, and to me, this is a massive concern. But the point we're talking about here is Joe Biden fit to be president? Is he fit to even give a convention speech? Is he fit to go through the process of a grueling campaign? We've seen a number of people, including some of the previous Democratic candidates, including Julian Castro, Cory Booker, raise these concerns. And we've now seen an uptick in this discussion now that some of these gaffes and some of these moments have been amplified by the fact that we now have a two-person race, by the fact that Joe Biden is now in the spotlight. I mean, we can take a look at the tape. Let's do it.
I'm looking forward to this, man. You walk behind me in a debate. Come here, man. Rich Fitzgerald, the county executive, Allegheny County executive, for being here, and we don't always live up to, but that's who we are. Go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. We can speak out and be more straightforward. Senator Joe, I mean, but I mean, it's not about, I know you're supporting by saying booing, but look, here's the deal. Union workers, the UAW took incredible cuts in their future. You don't have here in Miami, in Florida. You don't have it here, and that is if you keep an audience. All these breakthroughs we have with the whole, dealing with the whole, help people who have or in fact are and likely to get Alzheimer's by Wall Street bankers, CEOs, and hedge fund managers. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. I found that the secretary, we sat together in many meetings. My wife is a full-time teacher, taught all during when we were vice president. But President Trump and the demagogues around the world, how can a person dignity be maintained?
And she never yields. She does not break.
she stands up. The bills that the future president here, that the senator is talking about. We choose truth over facts. I keep my recommendations to him in private. Unlike you, I expect you would go ahead and say whatever was said privately with him. That's why I'll end the gag rule, the global gag rule that prevents money from getting to NGOs. $600 billion worth of loopholes in the law. Why they do that? I looked at it anyway. That's what I think my plan. I know what my plan does. By strengthening. To conquer devastating diseases like cancer and addiction and Alzheimer's. In terms of the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacy, the way we've always been. Look, because we've neglected all my time in public life from since I've gotten involved. Folks, we're virtually energy independent. That's the essence of what my plan in detail lays out. I'm happy to discuss it more in detail if the senator wants to. And so that triumph of democracy and liberalism over fascism and autocracy.
And you heard it in the debate. John McCain, I don't recognize him anymore.
We invested significantly in this city, in transportation, anyway, the point is we've made significant investments in this state, I expect, in this city. They also got that last year out of the mission statement of our Citizenship and Immigration Services. And partnerships built on coercion, on non-traditional threats like weaponized corruption. We cannot be a credible voice on the proliferation of nuclear security and on proliferation of nuclear security. We'll look for enforceable commitments. They'll reduce emissions. I'm looking forward to this, man. You walk behind me in a debate. Come here, man.
You know, there's definitely something going on. There's a problem going on with Joe Biden, and it's unfortunate. Nobody wants to see this. This is not the kind of campaign we want to have, but at this point in time, this is a clear and present danger. Insert reference.
I am the President of the United States. How dare you, sir?
Paramount Pictures presents this summer's most electrifying motion picture, Clear and Present Danger.
So now we're sending out a guy who has gaffe after gaffe after gaffe, even during the course of a 7-minute speech. It is a concern. I mean, we have to take a look at what's right in front of us. And please like and share this video. Like the video and share it. We're trying to spread some awareness. We're trying to educate the electorate on what's going on with their candidate. Share our other videos talking about Joe Biden's disastrous record on trade, on voting to repeal Glass-Steagall, on trying to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, voting for the Iraq War, opposing busing, being against gay marriage in 2008. So let me just cap it off with this. I am worried about nominating a candidate who has these problems, who we're even a little concerned about. And if it were the other way around, the mainstream media would be saying the same thing. They would be screaming it. They would be screaming it from the rooftops. And it just shows that the media is complicit. The media is in collusion with the establishment. And it makes all the sense in the world when you look at the numbers, when you look at who advertises on these networks, who gives money to these networks, who owns these networks. It makes all the sense in the world. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it.